Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about supplementing vitamin D, as you've seen down in the description. We're discussing basically on the ingredients, the things that are in the vitamin D that you would normally buy in your local supermarkets or any one of the main supermarkets or shops around. So I mean, a lot of what it says it's not really vitamin D, but you would find that in a short while, because we're gonna go through of the ingredients. But first, before I start, first things first, my own recommended take of vitamin D, I'll put a link down below in the description, so you check it out yourself, you read the ingredients yourself. I'll put everything down there, you know, in what is in the ingredients label, but you can click the link, check it out yourself. I'll put all the information down there and you can check it out yourself. So anyway, let's go. A brief intro into vitamin D. Vitamin D is a very important vitamin. It supports your immune systems. It helps with the strong bones and teeth and a lot more other things that it does. It does a lot more other things than that. But we're not going to go into that, otherwise this video will be too long. So I'm just going to try to keep it short and sweet, straight to the point. So basically, your best source of vitamin D is the sun. By now everybody know that. However, hands down, another very good source of vitamin D is from liver, animal liver. So if you eat meat, a liver from a grass-fed animal, an animal that's been treated good all their life, that's been fed grass all their life, you can have that. Also fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, these are all very great sources of vitamin D in small amounts. Also eggs in very small amounts, organic eggs, you can get some vitamin D from that. But ultimately you need the sun for vitamin D. If you want vitamin D, it's the sun. So there we have it. You can play around with that, but I'm sure everybody knows this kind of information anyway. So let's get into the supplement side of things. Basically, from my experience of studying ingredients labels, a good ingredient label would usually tell you, especially when it comes to vitamins and food-based things like that, it should tell you where they're getting the vitamins from. So when you take the ingredients label and read it, it should tell you that, okay, this vitamin D, we got it from cod or from yeast or from fungus or from mushroom. It should tell you where they got it from, and it should usually be the first ingredient in the ingredients label. It should be the first one, so you know it's mostly vitamin D, right? But anyway, I walked around in the shops and read some of the ingredients label. I mean, it's very much unbelievable what they call vitamin D and what people are buying on the shelves in the store. I couldn't take a video of all of them, but I managed to get like a video of 2 of them, and I got one of them here with me, right? You probably can't see it properly because the lighting is not very great here, and you know, so I'm gonna read the ingredients, and then just as we've said earlier on, if it's vitamin D, we need to know it's vitamin D and where you're getting it from, or any vitamin. If it's vitamin A, we need to know where you're sourcing the vitamin from. It should be in the ingredients label, right? So let's take this one first. Let me just read through the ingredients. So the ingredients on this one is acid, citric acid, acidity regulator, sodium hydrogen carbonate, bulking agent sorbitol, anti-caking agent, polyethylene glycol, sweeteners, aspartame, acesulfame K, natural flavoring, color, riboflavin, and cholecalciferol. So those are basically the ingredients. Now, the cholecalciferol, which is the last thing I read from this one, is actually vitamin D. Vitamin D is cholecalciferol. That's the active form of vitamin D, which is vitamin D3. And that is the last thing on the list. Remember what I just said? I said if it's vitamin D, like if you say this is vitamin D, it has to be the first thing on the list. Then I know most of it is vitamin D, and you have to tell me where you're sourcing the vitamin D from. I look for those two things, especially when it's vitamins, right? These don't have none. You don't have both. And from the start, it's not, they start with acid and all these things. This is basically a combination of things to keep this thing stable and long on the shelf, and give it some sweet taste from the two sweeteners that I've seen there, which I wouldn't advise anybody to take. And this is basically deception. That's my point. This is deception. This is deception. I don't know why people buy this thing, but yes, they do buy it, and this is why I'm trying to bring the awareness to people. This is the effervescent vitamin D, and it's in any of the local shops that you would think about. I think it's in, you know, you find it, because in a couple of shops I saw the same thing, so it must be selling. That's why they kept it there, and people are buying thinking they're bumping up their levels of vitamin D, but actually you're really not. You're just throwing your money down the drain, and it's cheap. It's £2. You see what I'm saying? And this is what people run to. They see vitamin D, they run to this, they don't read the ingredients, and they buy it. So I'm just trying to raise your level of awareness. If you want to buy vitamin D, make sure read the ingredients label. The first thing on the ingredients label should be where they're sourcing the vitamin from. So like Cholecalciferol, which is vitamin D, vitamin D3, or they will say vitamin D3. Usually they should put Cholecalciferol, vitamin D3, and where they're getting it from, maybe in brackets or something like that. Anyway, I'll put an example of something in the description below, and you see for yourself. I don't have my one that I take here with me now, but I'll put an example of it down below, and you see for yourself. So remember guys, I'm just trying to raise your awareness. If you're going to buy a vitamin D or any vitamin, don't just buy anything, because you will most likely be throwing your money down in the drain. I know this is cheap, it's £2, and you think, oh, it's £2, but what's the point? You're not getting vitamin D from this. You're not getting nothing from this. I guarantee you're not getting vitamin D from this. All what is in there is not really vitamin D. It's probably, they said cholecalciferol. Maybe it's like a tiny grain that wouldn't even do nothing for you. You need to take something that would actually create an impact, right? Or that is actually the real thing, that even if it's little, it's the real thing, you know. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you find this video helpful. Share this video, and I'll see you next time. Have a fantastic day.